So as an English professor at a community college, I often talk to my students a lot about what books they read. And sometimes I'm obviously interested in the books, but a lot of times I'm interested in how they found the book or how the book found them. And I often reflect on my own time. And so this story's about 1991. I'm on Long Island, New York. I'm at a community college near the beaches there on Long Island. It's a beautiful space. And I'm taking a pottery class in the summer because it's an easy elective and it's a great summer class. And I'm working in clay. And right next to me is this beautiful Italian woman. I'm 19, she's 19. And we work with clay and we start talking to each other and we get to know each other. And she's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, luscious lips and long black hair and incredible olive skin. And so I take a chance and I ask her out. And she says, surprisingly to me, yes. And so we go out. And then it worked out pretty good. We talked about art and literature, and she went to Columbia University, and how cool was she? And I'm thinking, holy hell, this is great. And so then we decided to do another date, and we decided to go to the beach, and we're going to do it, the cool romantic style. We're going to take a blanket and lay it into the dunes and have this incredible beach weekend or Saturday. And so we do. We go down, and she's wearing this beautiful sundress, and we lay the blanket out in the dunes, and she takes off this sundress, and she's wearing this one piece, which I found kind of shocking because most people wear a two-piece, most women anyway. But it's very tight and very revealing and very sexy, and I'm thinking, oh, right? I'm 19. Anyway, we drink some wine because I'm trying to be really cool. I bring wine, I bring cheese, I bring a baguette, poetry. And so we go in the water and we start frolicking around and playing, and we get closer and closer together, and then, we get really close, and I'm like, we're touching and playing, and the next thing, I don't know, I'm picking her up in the waves and holding her, and my hands slide up, and I realize, oh, she's not wearing anything underneath this, because my hands actually had gone up too far, and she gets this kind of glint in her eye and a little smile on her lips, and I'm like, oh, so when we done here in the water, we're going to go up to those dunes, and we are going to do exactly what sounds like luck and rhymes with luck. In fact, it rhymes with brew. And I'm 19, and I'm thinking, oh yes, yes, thank you, Lord, thank you, universe, this is the greatest luck of my life. So we go up into those dunes, and we have another glass of wine, and she says, oh, but here's the book that I wanted to share with you, and because we had talked about this movie called Henry and June, which is about the author Henry Miller and Anais Nin, and their great love affair in Paris. And she hands me Tropic of Cancer, this book, and she says, I'll lend this to you, but I really want it back. It's special to me because I had this lover, and he turned me onto this book, and he had stolen it from Columbia University's library, and now it's really important to me. And so read it, but then give it back to me. And I said, oh yeah, of course. And so then she lays down next to me on this blanket, and she closes her eyes, and she's got this kind of look in her lips, a little smile. And she opens her legs a little, and I'm like, oh, here it is, the moment, right? This is the time. But I decided to open the book because I wanted to be cool, not take, no rushing anything. And she gave me this book, and I open it, and I read, I am living in the Villa Borghese. There is not a crumb of dirt anywhere, nor a chair misplaced. We are all alone here, and we are all dead. And I look at her, and she's still laying there, and she's gorgeous, and I can't believe my luck. But then I read the book again, and it says, this is the fall of my second year in Paris. I have been sent here for a reason I cannot fathom. I have no money, no resources, no hope. I am the happiest man alive. And I don't stop reading. About 20 pages into this book, I feel this thump on my shoulder, and I look up, and she's ready to go. In fact, everything's packed up. So we leave. And there's this big Titanic gulf between us in the car, and I sense it, she sense it, and I know I blew it. Can't believe I blew it. And I take her to her house, and she goes, okay, I'll see you in class. Don't forget I want that book back. And I said, yes, of course. And I went home, and for 2 days, I read that book. I, if you will, fucked that book like it needed to be. Read it, fell in love with it, and I can say this. Lovers have come and gone. But that book is at home right now, sitting on my bookshelf. And I've read it at least 12 times. Best lover ever. Thank you.